Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Kimi ga Nozomu Eien. Today we are going to be seeing the dinner with Takayuki and Haruka, and obviously we're in chapter 3. This is going to be one of the first dinners that Takayuki has had ever since... Oh shit, my audio's too loud. Ever since Haruka getting recovered and actually being able to come out of the hospital. And we've seen a really quite sweet date scene and with Takayuki and Haruka, and yeah, it was going to end, but this happened. I mean, it was a really quite fun date. We were going around the city. We were, oh my god, we saw a lot of fears that Haruka has just instinctively. For example, her fear of cars and yeah, just Takayuki's really overprotective tendencies as well. And we also saw the camera saw, which was quite funny. But yeah. And obviously we also had that scene where she needed to look for the textbooks that could potentially help her get into Hakuryo. So let's go. Oh my god, lucky. It looks very, very nice if this picture is representative of what he's eating.
Yeah, 実は今日優勝してしまってね。
あら、お父さん、優勝したんですか?
I see, so he's having a celebratory dinner.
あ、これ商品なんだ。
そうだよ。言わなかったかな。
Let me guess, it's some sort of seriously luxurious steak that will probably be 10,000 quid or something ridiculous like that.
全然。今日はこれをみんなで食べようって。あと、なるみさんがいるからねって。
そうか。じ
Damn
ゃあ、この
feast.
肉は何だと思っていたんだね。
家族サービスの一環で奮発したのかなーって。
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, sometimes people say money doesn't buy happiness, and others say BS to that very thought.
なんだ。それならそういうことにしておけばよかったな。まあいい。
He should have.
とにかく乾杯しようか。
I mean, I'm sorry, but he would be lying, but at the same time, his family may have better perspectives of him, and they may admire him more, but at the same time, he would be lying if he said that, so, yeah.
じゃあ、なるみくん、お疲れ様。
いただきます。それにしても結構いいお肉だね、これ。
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it would be. Well, if I'm going to be honest, I mean, Takayuki's parents are absolute crap. He's probably grown up on processed food, let's be honest here. Yeah, fair enough. Ah, I see. Yeah, so Sky Temple is one of those really cheap places in the city. Oh god. Takayuki overthinking things for the billionth time?
松坂牛のサーロインだということなんだね。
Matsusaka. Oh my god. If you've read Happy Sugar Life, you'll know why this is funny. When I say read, I mean read the manga. Or if you've watched the anime. If you know of that franchise. Right, let's see. I'm guessing it's going to be over 1,000. There's no way it won't be. Oh my fucking what? No. Okay, an A5 beefsteak. I've got no idea what A5 is. Matsusaka Wagyu is the most expensive beef in the world, apparently. So, from top 30,000, 150 quid. $300 a pound of steak. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's insane. I couldn't think of a worse waste of money in my life, but okay. Oh no, sorry, but you have that much money. Why would you spend it on a piece of fucking meat? Just buy some... I'd rather spend my money on gambling than... Actually, no, I wouldn't. I take that back right now. No. I mean, at least you know you're going to get something out of spending it with meat. But at the same time, that is one of... I just feel like it's a real waste. You could buy a house with that money. Yeah.
ゴルフもまあ月に1回とはいえ正直億劫でね。大切な相手だから参加しているようなもんなんだが。
その割にクラブたくさん持ってるじゃん。
そりゃやる以上はな。しかし、あれだって体裁みたいなもんで、とにかくゴルフ好きの連中はああいうところに目が行くからね。
This is hilarious.
だが今日は良かったな。これはぜひ成美くんにご馳走しようと思って帰ってきたんだ。そしたらそこでばったりだろ。いやいや、また良かった。
それは良かったですね。
そうだろう。よかったよかった。
Yeah, I can see why. No, I think it's really quite sweet. They know each other so well, seriously. What? How the fuck can meat melt? Or as in it melted in your mouth? But at the same time, why is it beef if it can melt in your mouth? I don't understand. Or maybe that's because it's really hot. They're gonna be so full after this. Oh my god.
今のはお姉ちゃんお得意のよくわかんない例えですって。そういう言い方はひどいよ。なるみさんを心配させるからだよ。ごめんね、Takayukiくん。なるみさんも微妙にひどいですね。だいたい食べちゃダメなもの出すわけないじゃないですか。
Yeah, exactly. That is a very good point.
とにかくみんな満足してくれたわけだ。 そういうことなら来月も頑張ってくるかな。
やる気満々じゃん。
まあ何が商品かはその時にならないとわからないんだがね。
なんかもうお父さん適当すぎ。
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Hmm.
まあその通りですけどね。
お母さんってば。
まったく母さんはひょうきんで。おっと、コップが開いてるな。
まあまあ。さあ高之さん。
そりゃそうですよ。比べること自体がもう。
True.
そうか、成美くんはスカイテンプルでアルバイトをしてるんだったね。
I'm surprised he
どうかな、
knows.
仕事の調子は。
I don't get why he is so close to our screen. Why is he so zoomed in?
シフト？
何時から何時までをランチとかディナーとかいうやつじゃないですか。
Yeah, of course it is.
つまりたくさん働きたいと思っても店長さんの裁量でかなわなかったり、希望以外の時間を指定されたりするということか
Both
な。
might happen. Jesus Christ. I'm impressed that's actually legal.
でもそれなら今のままでもそれほど問題はないんじゃないの？店長さんとはうまくやっているんでしょ？
Yeah, totally reasonable, but at the same time, I mean, surely you have to do that in order to stay in the company.
うん、なるほどね。成美くんの不安はその通りだろうね。
Yeah,
相手の
think
気持
about
ち一つで変
Hayase.
わってしまうというのは確かに心もとないな。しかもそれによって結果の変わり幅が大きいようだしね。
No, I totally agree.
しかしそれなら社員になったりすることはできないのかな。実績があるアルバイトを登用するような制度とかあっても良さそうだが。 成美くんが感じている不安はこれは何というかね、アルバイト
Yeah,
と
no,
い
I
う
suppose
立
if
場
you
そ
were
のもの
full
に
time,
対
you
す
could
る
probably
根本
have
的なもの
scheduled
だろうね。
hours. Or at least that's what I'd hope.
今はいろいろな職業もあり、働き方もあり、それは世の中の仕組みとして悪くはないね。選択の幅があることは多くの場合悪い話じゃない。しかし一見自由度は高いように見えるが、その実社員がいいという図式はあまり変わっていないと思うね。むしろうちに囲っておきたいと会社に思われる人が社員になるという感じにも取れるね、今の時代
Yeah,
は。
I suppose so.
例えばアルバイトや契約社員というのは会社にとって人件費を削減できるという大きなメリットがあって
Yeah,
重
fair
宝
enough.
されている面があると考えれば、社員はその人件費をわざわざかけていいと思う存在なんだから、ある意味で全員有望視されているという見方もあるわけだ。
That's actually really quite interesting. I didn't realise that. So, if a company goes bust and there are people who are working there part-time, I wonder if they could actually legally get fired without having any compensation whatsoever. I just wonder if you'd fire... If a company went bust and you needed to fire a part-timer, I wonder if they'd get compensation. I'm assuming a full-time worker would, but I don't know about a part-time worker. Yeah, but that is interesting. So you become an employee so that you have more job security and more likelihood of being able to prevail in the company, really, and get promoted and work your way up the ranks until you're managing everything.
まあ私の立場はいわゆる普通の会社員とはちょっと違うものだからね。あまり明確なことも言えないんだが、いずれにしろ昔も今も社員であるということによるメリットは大きいと、まあそういう話なんだがね。その辺はどうなのかな。
If I'm going to be honest, I mean, I think a full-time employee-related contract, it would probably work really well with him, especially if he had guaranteed hours. I don't know if they give you guaranteed hours, but if they did, that would be really, really nice for him.
そうすれば、成美くんの不安もかなり解消されるんじゃないのかな。
Yeah, he's not just thinking there's one possibility and one possibility only. Yeah, yeah, totally. God, it's interesting, that job stigma. It just feels like it's so societally normal and just integrated into society, just particularly because of the fact that Takayuki just totally agrees. I mean, what the fuck is it his business what Takayuki does for a job? But still, if this is what he might not want, then I suppose Takayuki has got to do as much as possible to try and make it so that it's not the case. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, そうなのか。
Don't know if Haruka looks very happy about that or not. Yeah, that's interesting. So what is actually the benefit of becoming a full-timer, apart from obviously everything that apart from all of this stigma and also the fact that becoming a full-timer means what was I going to say? Well, becoming a full-timer potentially means that you're going to be able to... I don't know. Wait, actually, let's just read a bit more. Yeah, reasonable. There's a very low line between being part-time and full-time.
そうか。しかし、それもまた大変な話だな。
Yeah, totally reasonable. Well, now you've got to act on what you said, otherwise it's a lie. Yeah, you don't want to be working with Daikuji and... I mean, I'm sorry, but Tamano is nice, but... Yeah, you don't want to be working with somebody like her for your entire life. And it's really not fair that there's such a small line between a part-timer and a full-timer. Yeah, your life changes, so you need to have a job that changes as a result of it.
ん？ご両親？
Yeah, you're telling me Takayuki's parents actually care about him? Yeah. His parents are shitheads. Who can leave a kid to fend by himself from maybe the age of like 15 or 16? Just over a dispute that they have? I remember Takayuki saying about him being beaten if he wasn't going to get into Hakuryo as well. If he didn't pass the entrance exams, he would have been beaten. I hate his parents, to be honest. Oh my god, that's so awkward. He didn't go to Hakuryo though, he failed. He dropped out though, so I wonder if they will look down on him as a result of that. I don't necessarily think that's the case, but maybe. I mean, I think he knows his parents better than I do. Maybe.
Are なるほどね。母さん、ちょっと席を変わってくれないか。
Are they gonna have secret whisper conversation? What?
あら、ええ。
さ、飲んで。
No way, Takayuki's getting poisoned. He has a really odd expression.
おお、ありがとう。なるみくん。
Oh boy, here we go.
なるみくんにもいろいろあったと思うが、これからもいろいろある。人生とはそういうものだろう。
Totally, life throws everything at you and you just have to get through it.
君の人生は君自身が切り開いていかなければいけないが、いろいろな人の助けも必要だし、いろいろな人に影響も与えるだろう。
No, I totally agree. We do live our own lives, but at the same time, yeah. I like that, yeah.
そういうことを考えてね、責任を持って生きていくというのが、まあ男の最大の仕事でもあるな。
He is getting drunk.
いやー、こういう話ができるのは嬉しいものだ。いいな。うん、いい。酒を飲んだらこういう話ができないと。
Yeah, fair enough. I've never drunk myself, but I can definitely understand what he's saying.
うちは女ばかりに男は私一人だからね。こういう話をできる日が来るとはな。
That's hilarious, but that's totally true as well.
私たちだっていろいろ話してるじゃない。
そうだな。うん。お前の留学の話も真剣にしたな。その通りだ。父さんは恵まれている。しかし男同士の話にはそれとはまた別の熱がこもるものなんだ。まあそういうものなんだ。
ビールばかりじゃあれでしょ。何か別のものを持ってきましょうか。
He is so drunk.
おお、そうだな。何がいいかな。一通りあったはずだが。高之くん、何がいい？
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Oh, so this is something that's a really unusual occurrence. That shows proper respect.
確かこの間ブランデーのいいものをいただいたんじゃなかったでしたっけ？
What's the price tag attached to that?
おお、そうだったかな。どうかな、高之くん。じゃ、それだ。
Somebody's gonna get drunk. No, totally. yeah, totally. Oh, I totally agree, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. There's just so many people. Like what Soichiro said. Choices in life affect a lot of people. This is proof. Yeah. Change your life for everybody's sake.
おお、これか。高之くん、この酒はね。ところで高之くん、君ゴルフに興味はないかね。
This is really sweet. You can so see how Soichiro really values the fact that Takayuki is the only man in the house, and I feel like, I mean, obviously he loves all of his family, and he's of course he's a good dad. I'm sorry, who can raise a kid like Haruka and not be a good dad? But yeah. Oh my god, it's just so interesting seeing a side here that he's never really been able to express with his kids. He just feels like he's one of him. Takayuki is an ally. He feels so close. This is really quite refreshing to see. I love it.
うわ、お母さん当たった。
あらあら、そういえばそうね。
なんだ？何の話だ？
私もそれ知らない。お姉ちゃんは仕方ないな。寝てた時の話だもん。教えてよ。
Oh my god, yeah. That. Oh my god, what's happening here? We seeing stuff through Haruka's POV?
この辺はもう全然心配いらないね。
Ah, nice. Oh my fucking god. Give a more cheesy sprite for Akane. Well, I don't think that's possible. I just want to see, firstly, if this is ever going to stop moving. Is it? No, it really isn't. Oh, there we go, we get a bit of Akane's head. Let's go. Yeah, what's up everybody? I just want to remind myself of the conversation when Haruka was asleep. What was it about? Wait, I've got stuff about his father here. Was he? Yeah, sure, she asked him. So we're looking... Yeah, no. Okay. I think I get it. So it's just kind of like saying, there is no way he is not going to ask this. They probably made a bet over whether he was going to ask Takayuki if he wanted to play. Let's be honest, he will. I mean, he's already done that. God, they're doing late night studying, I feel bad for them. But at the same time, they're doing it together. I've never studied with somebody else, so I'm jealous.
いいよ。ねえねえ、早速なんだけどさ。何？なるみさんが就職を考えてたこと、お姉ちゃん知ってた？全然。それじゃあ、なるみさんが親とあんまりうまくいってなかったのは？
He wouldn't have talked about it.
そっか。でも考えてみれば、それはそうかなって思うよね。
Just totally buries it. But I don't blame him.
聞いた話を総合すれば、予想ぐらいつい
Which
たよね。
stories has she heard?
なるみさん受験はしていないはずだし、卒業した後は特に毎日お姉ちゃんのお見舞いに来て一日中病室にいたから。
He didn't have any hope at all.
予備校に行ったりバイトしたりなんてできるわけないんだよね。
Yeah, true. He was a total wreck. He really
それ
was.
1年続いたんでしょ。
Must have been so hard. But then Hayase came.
お父さんが高之くんのお見舞いを断るまで
Yeah,
最
that's...
低続いたんだよね。お父さんが断るまで、この間までそんなことがあったって知らなかったけど。ご両親黙ってるわけないよね。そう思う。どう説明してごまかしても限度はあるよね。なんでそんな簡単なことを気づかなかったんだろう。ねえ、あかね、ちょっと聞きたいんだけど。
I feel like if Takayuki did the default student route, just study, go to university, get good career, get rich, basically, I feel like his parents would be a lot of a really different story. I bet you anything. And I bet you his parents would treat him very differently if Haruka had never gotten into an accident.
何？もしも私がその辺の事情を詳しく知りたいって高之くんに言ったらまずいかな。
Does she really need to know? Well, I mean, as a lover, yes, but at the same time, just asking him out of the blue for something like that, I mean... Yeah...
まずいってことはないんじゃないかな。
Yeah, it
お姉
is,
ちゃ
yeah.
んがそう思うのは当然だと思うし。そう？それにどのみち、なるみさんだって言うつもりがあるんじゃない？
Maybe. The thing is with Takayuki, I feel like he buries the things that he doesn't really want to acknowledge in the past. So, I don't know, maybe he will, maybe he won't, but It's hard to tell.
そうかな。きっと自分で解決してから言おうと思ってたんじゃないかな。さっきの話しぶりだとそんな感じじゃなかった？
Yeah, I
ど
see
うして
that.
まだ解決してないんだろう。
Because he didn't go to college, let's be honest here.
さっき言ってたじゃん。それは就職が。だからどうしてまだ就職してないのかな。そんなのわかんないよ。
Oh god.
今まではいろんなことで高之くんが悩んでいたとしても、今はもう違うと思うんだけどな。それは成美さんの態度見ててもわかるじゃん。迷いがあるようには見えないよ。
Something that is very, very uncommon for somebody like Takayuki, something that would be a very, well, it would be a rarity.
じゃあまだ1ヶ月だからかな。でも1ヶ月って長いと思うんだけどな。
I think it's so funny to think about the fact that they are puzzled why he hasn't found a job yet. And then Takayuki's mindset is a bit different.
やらなくちゃいけないことに気づいてたら特に。じゃあどうしてやらないのさ。私のせいかも。何言ってるの？私のことばかり気にかけてるから、そんな大
Yes,
切
he
なこ
is,
とに。
fully.
高之くん自身のことなのに考えが回らなかったんじゃないかな。
If I'm going to be honest, he never really had the idea of becoming a full-timer in any place before, so it's not necessarily because of Haruka, but because of this wrong conclusion, and ironically because of the lies that he has said himself. Now she's going to get that false conclusion, which is not fair on her.
どうして思い当たらなかったんだろう。この可能性は十分あるよね。そんなことないってば。
God, she's frustrated.
私は高之くんにはこれから自分のことに目を向けてほしいって思ってるの。
No, I totally agree. He needs to care about Haruka, but he can't care about Haruka so much to the extent that his life is totally taken up. His life is not Haruka. He actually needs to make a living himself.
だって今まで周りがそれを許してこなかったっていうことあるでしょ。
He hasn't,
確か
no.
に全部高之くんの人生だったって。だからどんな理由があったって結局全部自分の選択だったってそう言っちゃうことは簡単だよ。でもそんな風には片付かないと思うから、絶対だから私がこんなこと言うのすごくずるいと思うけど、やっと高之くんは落ち着いたはずなの。
But it's because of him worrying for Haruka that he hasn't been able to.
ならこれからは自分のことを考えてほしい。それができないとしたらそれは私のせい。
I disagree. It's his fault for prioritizing Haruka so much. I get that he can't help his feelings, but at the same time, there's only a certain extent where you can use that excuse, really.
だからそんなことないって。
Yeah, Akane's totally frustrated. Holy shit. But yeah, I agree. It's not Haruka's fault.
最後、それは考えすぎだよお姉ちゃん。なるみさんを見くびりすぎてると私は思うけどな。そう？今のなるみさん、一言で言えば完璧じゃん。火の打ちどころのない、もうね、理想の彼氏そのものだと思う。
Fair enough.
そう？ここはあえて今のとこお姉ちゃんより私の方がなるみさんと過ごした時間
That's
が長いと
actually
いうことで
true.
言わ
That's
せ
the
てもらう
funny
けど。
thing.
なるみさん、本当に変わったよ。
No, I couldn't agree more.
いろんな思いに縛られて身動き取れなくなってた少し前のなるみさんと同じ人だなんて思えないぐらい。
And so has she. Akane has changed ridiculously much as well. Yeah, it's just interesting what Haruka's saying though, her guilt and her guilt at Takayuki being too worried about her, but at the same time, I mean, Akane, I do agree with what she's saying, but at the same time, it's getting a bit too extreme where Takayuki is the one worrying about Haruka to the extent that he's not worrying about himself. So, I mean, sure, he is the ideal boyfriend, but at the same time, he's not going to be the ideal boyfriend for much longer, and he's going to be totally stressed out all the time, like he was with Hayase, if he doesn't get this sorted. But, I mean, let's be honest, they're just really overthinking things, because he is going to try and find a job. He is going to try and do everything he can to get a good future and get into this family, let's be honest here.
「そりゃもともと明るくて楽しい人だったけど、それが元に戻ったなんていう簡単な話じゃないよ。
He was cheerful and fun to be around before, but at the same time he was not prepared for the adult world, let's be honest, it was totally useless. Very, very indecisive as well. That's actually, yeah, he was really indecisive, but now he's actually starting to make his own decisions and he's starting to live his life the way he wants. He's not letting other people completely rule his life anymore, and he's finding his own life. He is letting Haruka rule it to a certain extent, but he's happy with that. And that's what he wants. It's worth it.
って私が言っちゃいけないよね。そうだね。今のお姉ちゃんが言っちゃいけない。 もっとなるみさんを信用して安心したお姉ちゃんじゃなきゃダメ。
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, she does know Takayuki quite well, but at the same time she doesn't know him nearly as well as Akane does, and it's just criminal that something like that is the case, but it is. Yeah, I like that, yeah. Just totally be an ally.
考えてもみてよ。人の気持ちってそんなに単純なものじゃないじゃない。
Yeah, this is what Kimi ga Nozomu Eien is trying to prove.
なるみさんが今のようになったのは自分でそうしようと努力したから。し
No,
てるか
I
らだよ。
totally agree.
確かにお姉ちゃんの言うこともわかるよ。就職とか親のこととか実際は後回しになっちゃってるもんね。
Yeah. That's not Haruka's fault though, that's his fault for thinking that that should be... It's his decision, so Haruka shouldn't feel bad about it.
.けどそう見えるのは何か理由があったんだと思う。もしもなかったとしても今のなるみさんなら何の問題にもならないと思う。
I like how much faith Akane has in Takayuki.
どんなつもりだったとしてもこの問題は早く解決しなくちゃいけないってことになるみさんは気づいたんだし、そしたらやるよ絶対。そういうことができるから完璧な彼氏やれてるんじゃない？
I see that
So
now. I
why
didn't
not?
see it. I didn't see it at the beginning, but now I see it a lot more, considering that Takayuki has problems in his life that, ironically, are caused for Haruka. He has put his entire life on hold for Haruka, but now that he's realised that that's a problem, Haruka will still be a priority, and all of this is going to be done so that he can spend time with her, but at the same time he's going to make his life... Well, he's going to make himself into the best human being he can be.
そうかもね。それでも不安ならこう考えたら？
Because she really is trying to console Haruka.
何？その問題が解決しないうちはずーっと一緒にいるっていうことに現実味がない。
Yeah, I see that, because he has problems that inhibit his ability to seek peace of mind.
なるみさんが親と和解しなかったらお姉ちゃんが困るでしょ？どうして？あら、じゃあお姉ちゃんは向こうのご両親に祝福されたくないの？駆け落ちでもする気？そっか。
Yep, it's definitely within her best interests.
なるみさんは絶対そういうこと考えてる。だからちゃんとする。わかった？
I do wonder if he's going to be able to do this.
わかった。まったく。ちなみにね、正直私は1ヶ月は長くないと思う。それだけなるみさんは変わったと思う。一緒にやってるうちにあっという間に過ぎたんだと思う。
Good for him. He's really admirable, Takayuki.
そういう意味じゃ、
totally.
なるみさんはただ単に自分のことをすっかり後回しにしちゃってたっていうことになるのかもしれないけど。
He is fully. Yeah, a month goes very quickly in the blink of an eye, but at the same time, that means, well, if you have loads of those little months, it will add up to something big. And Takayuki, I'm sure in this next month he is going to change a lot.
でもそれが今のなるみさんにとって大した問題じゃないっていうのは今言った通り。がむしゃらにやってる人ってそういうもんじゃん。姉ちゃんだって。
Yeah, oh yeah, I like that.
そうかもしれないね。茜だって。
いやいや、私はいいんだけど、とにかくもっと信用してあげなくちゃ。
Yeah, I'd have
そうだ
more
ね。
confidence.
茜の言う通りだね。ごめん、変なこと言っちゃった。
Yeah, I really like what Akane's saying.
私も言いたいこと言っちゃったけど、お姉ちゃんの気持ちわかるつもりだから。
でもとにかく一度高之くんには聞いてみるよ。それで私が何か力になってあげられることがあるかもしれないし。
そっか、そうだね。勝手な予想で話をしても何の解決にもならないもんね。
Yeah, I like that. I mean, even though Haruka's obviously feeling a lot more happy about the situation and more hopeful, but just more like she's knowing the right direction that she needs to take, i.e. indicating to Takayuki that she is a person that he can trust and that she is there for him. And obviously supporting him all the way. Yeah, I mean, it is just an assumption of what's happening, but that's probably quite accurate. Oh,
い
thank
つ
you.
もの時間ですか。
ごめんね。
謝ることなんか全然ないって。それよりお父さんに飲まされて
Oh, damn.
結構酔ってたのに、すごいね。
God, that's so awkward.
それにさっきまでずっと一緒にいたのに。ああ、ごめんごめん、席外す。
ごめんね。
愛されてるよね。
も
終わったら呼んでね。勉強続けよう。
もしもし。眠ってないよ。ねえ、高之くん。ね。
Oh, right. Not what I was expecting. I thought we were going to be able to see.
この水槽は上まで吹き抜けなんだね。
Oh my god, out of everything we could have seen. I wish I had time to read more. But I'm not even joking. Right, so there's a visual novel called Tsuyuchiru Reta. Beware of a spoiler for it now. If you don't want that spoiler, don't watch the video at the moment. But look at what I read today. Shit. Aquarium scene. Damn. If I was going to read today, that means I would have read 2 aquarium scenes with 2 dates in one day. What a coincidence. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go now. But yeah, it was really quite interesting just to see everything that was going on with Haruka and Takayuki. In particular, just how Haruka is going to change. And I just feel so bad for her. It's so natural for her to she was just feeling worried, but now I think she's feeling hopeful. and she's feeling like she can believe Takayuki as well. Because I suppose beforehand when she was worried there was that kind of ice to break about just how good and how, well, I suppose, how much potential Takayuki has as a person. But no, he's gonna do well. He really will, I'm sure. I do wonder which job he's actually going to go for in the end. I hope he doesn't go for a shitty job. Oh my god, I wonder if we're gonna see Daikuji and Tamano's departures. Anyway, yeah, see you guys. Right, okay, so let's see what happens here. Just wanna I'm assuming they probably arranged the dates in this phone call here. I don't know though. Oh guys, yeah, this is really quite sweet, this conversation with Akane and Haruka. Yeah, and I do wonder how their relationship is going to change when Takayuki starts worrying about himself and Haruka stops worrying about him. Hopefully they'll be able to get on with their lives without the relationship totally taking control, which, let's be honest, it has done so much for Takayuki. It's done it for 3 years. I mean, 3 years too many. Anyway, aquarium time. Wait, what is a gondola? I've heard of that word before, but I don't fully know. The fuck? Dude. Fucking... What is a gondola? Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, that was really not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be some sort of architecture. Yeah, I definitely don't know what this is then. Look at this. That's so cool. Wow. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, he's so lucky.
水族館って確か小学校の時に来たきりだよ。
I don't actually know if I've ever been to an aquarium. I'm not joking. I genuinely don't think I have. Maybe I've been to some zoos with mini aquariums in them, but I've never been to a full building that's dedicated for this kind of stuff. But god, that must be so creepy just seeing glass from the ground to the roof. I can't imagine that. Haruka is the type of person who would really like something like this, I think. Oh.
見てよ、高之。この水槽超大きい。わかんないけどさ、本当の海でもこうやって群れで泳いでるんだよね。圧巻だわ。
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Oh my god, I just feel Takayuki. I feel bad for Takayuki. He's getting all of his memories of Mitsuki totally... They're kind of painting over the memories with Haruka. Well, at least he's being realistic. Worst things to say at an aquarium. This. Also, if you've read Tsuyuchi Rureta, then... ah yes, let's eat the fish for lunch. Yeah, thanks Mikoto. So I've heard eating the fish, and then I've heard, oh I don't know, a reality check. Yeah. Yeah, but the only thing is he never got the opportunity to, and now it's just... Yeah, totally. God, that dolphin looks so cool. Yeah. He'd just come for the sake of having fun with Haruka. He'd never really thought about this. This is the worst thing about if you date somebody before another person. Oh yeah, that's interesting.
気を悪くしたらごめんなさい。無理やり聞きたいっていうわけじゃないの。けど、もちろん事故のことが関係あるよね。
Yeah, God, he's really not talkative at the
そ
moment.
のことで、高之くんが一人で悩んでいるなら、私。
Interesting.
二人の問題だよ。
Yeah, Takayuki feels as if it's a problem for him because of the fact that it's really quite personal, but Haruka wants to help. Yeah, she's being really quite nice, and obviously it was good that Akane was there for her as well, because she wouldn't have been able to do this if it wasn't for Akane. She would have just bottled up her insecurities.
私ね、もっとちゃんと知らなくちゃダメだって思ったの。自分が眠っていた間のこと。もっとちゃんと向き合いたいの。
No, that's fully fair. Yeah. Yeah, I totally see that, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Just listening to why she thinks it's something that's really important.
お父さんがすごく喜んでたでしょ。高之くんのご両親にとっても私そういう存在でいたいの。
That's interesting. That's fully fair. Yeah. That means firstly Takayuki talking to his parents. That means secondly Haruka being able to be accepted by Takayuki's parents, and thirdly that means Takayuki making up with his parents too, which is very difficult, I'd assume.
高之くんが私と一緒にいることで高之くんのご両親の気持ちを曇らせたくはないの。
God. What a brutal thing to say. Yeah, seriously. No, it really must have, because like Takayuki said, Haruka is the first she is the first person who should have known about something, especially all of the troubles that Takayuki is facing, and it's just as if he's told those troubles that are so important to him, to everybody, rather than to the lover first. But I mean, I suppose it's also the case that she wants to help, because let's be honest, she's a really fucking good person. She wants to put everything right, which obviously is really quite respectful. Oh yeah. That's interesting. Yep. Oh yeah. Fair enough. Oh, I hope we're gonna hear everything. True. Yeah, that's interesting. And it just feels so brutal with Takayuki because you have so many situations that you need to resolve. And I mean, for example, his employment is so important. It's the thing that totally determines what he's going to be able to do in his life and how much he's going to get paid. And obviously, yeah, as a result of that, he's not. Well, he's not really thought about that at all, and his parents.
Takayuki-kun? 考え事?
Yeah, oh my god, that's really quite... That is good. Yeah, that's reasonable. They don't exactly seem like the most talkative people either. Oh yeah, that's reasonable. Ooh, true. That's fair. Interesting. It's a very unusual choice of place. Yeah. That is fair, I mean... I'm sorry, but if you want to face something head on, which she obviously does, she wants to hear everything about what Takayuki has done. But at the same time, if you're not being cheerful, if you're not being somebody who's, I don't know, maintaining a good appearance for Takayuki, it's going to be harder for him to open up, I suppose. It's within her best interests. And if anything, I think ironically, you've made her worried about obviously what was going on with Takayuki and his parents, but also everything that has happened within this last 3 year. 3 year, I really just said that. 3 years. You need to tell her. Ooh, here we go.
そうだね。うん、そうだね。
Fair enough.
眩しいね。
Yep, I get the impression that it's going to be like that here as well, sadly.
でも楽しかった。シャベルくん、大きかったね。
She really just said, what is it? Is it like shabedu? Like the verb to talk. Shabedu. 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 What the fuck? No, wait, what? Wait, hang on. I've just got to
で
replay
も
this.
楽しかった。シャベルくん、大きかったね。
Oh, yeah, I forgot Kimi's kanji could mean kun. Oh, I totally forgot that. I'm happy I searched that. Oh my god, I totally forgot. Yeah, because the same kanji for you can also mean kun. Makes sense. Shabedu. Mr. Shovel. Oh, I get it. Wait, I just want to confirm which one a whale shark is. I think I know which one. Oh, no, I was thinking of a different one. Oh my god. This is amazing. Look at this. So you see this, you know your life is over. What the fuck? That's terrifying. Wow. I can imagine it though, it must be so cool. Jesus Christ. Well, that's not a very nice thought.
Takayuki くんこそ熱心にマグカップ見てたけど、
I
買わなくてよか
wonder
ったの？
I wonder if a dolphin slash octopus was on the handle of the mug potentially. He's being properly honest, wow. Ah, never mind then. I thought he was going to elaborate a little bit more, but no.
うん、いいよ。今日は暖かいし、そこのベンチで。
I just think it's so hilarious that they were having some fun in the aquarium, obviously. Takayuki was really deciding what he wants to do in his thoughts, but oh my god. I just think it's hilarious to think about the fact that they go on an underground gondola and then there's a fucking a whale shark right there. So weird. That must be a really cool ride. Wait, let's see if I can get like a visual representation. Underwater gondole in an aquarium. Oh my fucking god, these are so cool. Dude, this is actually this. Fucking hell. These are nuts. That really looks photoshopped. Oh god. Those are really cool. What? How did I accidentally open up another window of Google? That's so weird. Anyway. Yeah, save a bit of money while you're there. Oh yeah, yeah, totally, yeah. Yeah, I don't blame him. Oh god. Yeah. But they spread rumours, shitheads. To be fair, at least people were looking at him with pity rather than, I don't know, bullying or laughing at him. Oh my god, yep. That's when the decline began. Yeah, yeah, reasonable, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, then he realised, holy shit. I can't believe that. He thought it was so surreal, everything that went on, that he genuinely misinterpreted it for a joke at the beginning. God. Yeah, yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It's a horrible feeling, it really is. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, totally, and that's just the saddest thing. This is the thing about Takayuki, and the thing that's really quite problematic about him. Which is surprising considering how independent he is at home. But, like, I don't know, just when he needs to care for himself and make himself meals, he entirely fends for himself. But, yeah, you would have thought that he'd be really quite independent as a character trait because he can fend for himself at home. But no, he's just so reliant on other people. He really is. His studying would not happen if Haruka wasn't there. He so had potential to do well, but then he just totally fucked everything up. Well, if you do things like that, it's as good as not going. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there's anything else that can unite them, it's... Other than that, there's nothing. really don't blame them. It's totally ruined all of them. Shit. No, it's really quite nice, that. And that's a common theme of Mitsuki. Fuck them, it's her decision. Well, I mean, if you look at the Mitsuki sex slave ending, I don't think something like this is much of a stretch, to be honest. Yeah, good. Fuck them all. Oh, yeah, that's a real mistake. I suppose so, something's already decided and then you just think about doing less as a result and you don't try to push yourself to get something else changed. Yeah. Oh, yeah, fair enough. They're arseholes. I don't like his parents at all. It's horrible. Yeah, fair enough. He did, damn. And it just feels so wrong that this is the case, because if he had continued with his studies, of course he would have been able to get into Koyo. But the thing is, obviously, everything with Haruka happened, so it just totally affected his life, and he has too much of a connection with Haruka to actually care. I mean, it really takes somebody has to have a really shitty life to go from studying really fucking hard, like he was, just to not doing anything at all. Without studying at all, he says. Yeah, but that's awful. I mean, it's just a total decline, and you know things are bad where you've spent all of this time in school, and yet at the same time you can't really see just where anything is going to go. I mean, how much fucking time in your life have you wasted if you don't even submit an exam? If you don't even enter for an exam? Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, you knew you would fail, but at the same time, what if you didn't? I mean, I'm sorry, but like, what if everything he studied when he was studying really quite hard with Haruka could have actually paid off? What if it was in the back of his memory and maybe he could recall it when it mattered the most? Maybe he could have got a really, really low pass? But I don't know, I mean, this is Japan. I don't think stuff like that would happen. I mean, I'm sorry, but in England, if you can take, for example, I don't know, if you know how to do exam style questions, I would bet you anything you could pass business without attending any lessons. You probably have to be like a 7, 8 or 9 student to do it, but I'm sure you could, like, genuinely. There are some things you wouldn't be able to do, but I'm sure you could pass it. It's just that much common sense orientated. I mean, obviously that's not going to be the case of A levels, but yeah. Trying to pass A level maths with common sense. Like, without having learned anything. You're just gonna get that one binomial expansion question. You'll just get that kid who does the grid method or something like that. Yeah. Yes, we just totally ruined it. Yeah. Yeah. God, so Mitsuki, the same happened with Mitsuki. God, Haruka really ruined these people's lives. I mean, fucking hell. Imagine how much potential Mitsuki would have had. But then again, I mean, she fucked her timings up because of her boyfriend and the stress that it gave her. And then she was alright, and then Haruka messed up everything. I mean, obviously, it technically was. It's nobody's fault, but technically it was Takayuki's. That's really depressing. I mean, at least Shinji was able to do what he wanted. Huh? So she quits the food company and then she goes to the office. Wait, you're telling me Takayuki's parents actually care about him? What? Doesn't imply anything. Yeah, so he just totally lied about what he was going to do. I mean, I'm sorry, but this guy is literally... Yeah, genuinely, I can say this. This guy is a NEET. N-E-E-T. Yeah, but it's totally understandable because he couldn't control his emotions. And let's be honest, who the fuck did he have to talk to? Who actually told him the way to go? I'm sorry, but you need support in these situations. He didn't have that. Yeah, fair enough. He had gone crazy, I see that. Yeah, nobody said anything. Ah, right. Never mind. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally, yeah.
その話をお父さんから聞いた時、私も茜もどうしたらいいのかわからなくなったのが本音なの。お父さんは孝之くんのことを心配したからだって言ってた。私が目覚めるかどうかもわからない。
Yeah, totally.
毎日お見舞いを続けるのは孝之くんにとってマイナスにしかならないと思った。孝之くんは絶対にそれに気づいていないし、ただ話しても認められないだろうから、憎まれ役になることが自分たちに課せられた使命だと思った。
Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, it's kind of the worst thing because he won't be listened to if he doesn't try to, if he tries to be how he truly would feel. Oh my god, yeah, that's the worst. Oh, yeah, totally. It must be a day that they both want to... Well, his dad, definitely, Soichiro, wants to bury in the past. Yeah, fair. No, he really did. He's an honest man, though. He is.
私は正直に言うとね、お父さんの気持ちはすごく理解できた。でも茜は違って、お父さんに食ってかかってた。無理もないとは思うんだけどね。So is this a sprite for Takayuki? I think it is, yeah. That's really quite surprising. We've never seen this sprite before, genuinely.
Yeah, no, that's... That is fully fair enough. And it's also just because of the fact that Takayuki is becoming, well, as he puts it, mad. And he's really not prioritising what he should in his life. That's fair. Yeah, so it could have possibly been a misunderstanding on one of the motives he had for saying that Takayuki is not welcome in the hospital. Yeah, that is exactly what has happened, yeah. Mitsuki. Oh god. Yep. It's just totally unreasonable. I mean, obviously she's in a very intense time. Don't forget that she has school as well, combined with all of this shit. So of course it's going to be really tough. So many difficult things that she's having to go through. Of course she's going to be unrealistic. I can totally understand why she would be. Yeah, that's reasonable, and I think it would really contradict Haruka's intentions as well, and it would probably just cause a lot of fights, a lot of stress that doesn't necessarily need to be brought up. That is totally reasonable, though. Yeah, that's a really nice detail there. Yeah, it had done so. Yeah. This anger here, if she hadn't have okay, I'm sorry, but if she'd realised what had happened with Soichiro and Takayuki, would she have had so much anger between Takayuki? Because she had a total misunderstanding. She thought Takayuki had fully run away, but that's not the case at all. And I find it quite funny to think about the fact that Akane and Takayuki's relationship is only really known between them. No, none of the parents really know much about it. Agreed, yeah. And that's the worst thing, yeah. And she may have hurt her less if it wasn't the case that the decision had been, if what Soichiro wanted to do had been communicated with her. The fuck? Oh. So weird, I had something on the inside of my hand that really looked like blood but wasn't. Or some sort of cut. Yeah, I could believe that as well. I really hope it isn't.
ごめんね、高之くん。話の腰を折っちゃって。
Yeah, fair enough. Same for Takayuki. I mean, look at how long he's been thinking off topic. A lot of this has probably been said in a conversation, but we haven't actually seen those two talk about it. Dude, it's not your fault. That is fair, but I don't think you can blame Takayuki just because of how grief-stricken he is. He had so little help through all of this as well. He should have had a therapist, let's be honest here. I don't blame him at all. I would never blame Takayuki in this situation. Yeah, that is reasonable because he couldn't accept it. So was it... Oh, wait, hang on a second. Jesus Christ, he became obsessive. He really did. Oh my god, Mitsuki in the coat. That looks so weird. Shinji looks odd. No, he was, yeah. Yeah. That's really nice. Yeah, they know how much he is in need of support, really. And these people saved him. They seriously did. God, why are these sprites so weird? Good. Yeah, exactly. You need to learn to fend for yourself. Yeah. Oh, God. I'm a bit scared.
What happened?
What? Oh yeah, he handled it incorrectly. Oh my god. Even though they are the people that are funding this apartment? Yeah, fair enough. Restart your life, basically. These parents seem like the type that are real helicopter parents. They feel like the ones that if you don't do well in school or life, you can just not exist. I don't know, I kind of get the impression that's the case. Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, actually, I think they do have a little bit. I have a very mixed perspective on his parents. They're good and yet they're bad. What? Oh, I pressed the wrong arrow key. Fuck off. Fair enough. Interesting. God. So, I mean, obviously their relationships are awful, but Mitsuki and Shinji basically saved Takayuki's position in Hiragicho. God damn.
そうなんだ。
Yeah, fair enough. And he never came out of Sky Temple. So I think Takayuki's parents are ones that, let's be honest, their relationship would be significantly improved if Takayuki was somebody who had succeeded in academia. Basically, if Haruka hadn't been nearly run over, he would have, well, everything would have changed. That is really good, yeah. That is fair. Yeah, I totally agree. He's got to get good relations with them sooner enough. Yeah.
そっか。
Yeah, God, it's a really quite awful story, and I think the worst thing is just the fact that Haruka's accident. I'm sorry, but they would be having a significantly shorter amount of problems. Yeah, so if I'm going to be honest, I think these parents are just... Let's say I would not like them as parents, but at the same time I feel like they are... They're punishing if you don't do well, but at the same time, I think they do, to an extent, have love for their kid, which is good. Which I didn't really realise. I totally misunderstood.
それじゃあこの水族館は
Yeah. Yeah. If they are literally funding your life, yes, they can. Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous from a bit of a ridiculous comment from Takayuki here. Not really comment, but thought. It just feels like a really lost cause because, let's be honest, these people are so distant. They are distant. That is another thing I haven't really covered. They are distant as fuck. But they really haven't been able to talk to him about all of his worries. They just care about the fact that he's not got a job. I mean, there was some indication of understanding, but I'm sorry, if somebody's in a situation like this, you need to give them a serious amount of help. You need to be their therapists. I'm being serious. Because nothing's going to be resolved. Like we saw here, I mean, how little was actually resolved from any of this? Apart from Takayuki having his position here in Hiragicho guaranteed. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I suppose they did try to a certain extent. It's just they didn't try nearly enough. Screaming match, I love that phrase. Fair enough. Yeah, and I just find it really quite interesting that he's kind of like a spoiled kid in a way. He just totally runs away from everything, and when things get difficult, he just evades responsibility. It's a really quite unpleasant story. Yeah, just understand just how much emotion your kid is going through. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you can think somebody like Takayuki can be separated from Haruka, you need to learn a lot more. He will never allow that. Never. Probably a very bad memory. And to be fair, it's kind of embedded into their culture, the work ethic, and Takayuki's kind of defied it. Yeah. Reasonable. It's a very big change in your life. Yeah, Daikuji. Fair.
そう
That's really quite nice. Ah, reasonable. Yeah. God, you can just see the extent of Mitsuki's kindness and consideration for Takayuki here.
私の事故は27日、美月の。
Yeah. It's just the worst timing. The worst timing. But that's what Mitsuki does. She pushes herself unimaginably for other people. Same for Akane. Yeah. Yeah, and yet she still did it. She didn't give a shit. Wow. These actually exist? Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, that's useful. But still, she shifted her vacation away. That's the point.
美月が好きだっていう思いも。
Yeah. That's actually really interesting. So Mitsuki has had a reoccurring theme of having really strong feelings for Takayuki. So as a result of that, just having a really difficult time when how do I put this? Well, just having a really difficult time in deciding when to stop. If she didn't do something, then that would not be enough. She is doing every single thing that she could, and obviously, who would not admire her for that? But my god, it really is just shocking to see how much she does, even before she has got into the relationship with Takayuki. And look at how Takayuki treated her in the end. It's just sad. She was seeing you every day. fully fair enough. I'm sorry, but if it wasn't for these two people, he would not be living under his under the roof of his accommodation. But I'm being serious, he wouldn't. If I'm going to be honest, I think this is actually true. I think he would have suicided if... I think the stress was too much for him to cope. I mean, look at how much he'd ruined his life. And this is the thing about Takayuki as well. Look at how little direction he had in his life. Look at how little he had to work for. I mean... I don't know, I want to do the university route myself, so I've got a high reward to work for, but I know not everybody thinks that. And I can definitely see how he would not. Dude, just go on a fucking natural walk. Just experience natural beauty. Sure, you have to pay a bit for public transport, but like, it's not going to be ridiculously expensive, and all you'll need to get is, dunno, just some cheap ass lunch. You just get it from the cheapest cafe you can find. That's the thought that counts in this case, I think. Fucking lucky? Jesus Christ. Isn't it interesting how supportive his family is? It seems like he clearly has a good family as well. God, I remember I was so nearly doubting Shinji when we learnt about the affair nonsense that happened with him and Haruka. Hayase. God, it's a proper info dump, this. That's really quite sweet. Just what these guys are doing for him. I mean, what would not have happened if they tried to reason everything out with his dad? Yeah, fair enough. Oh well, you get more money on your date, it's not exactly the worst thing.
Takayuki-kun?
Ooh, wonder what he's going to show her. I know, maybe the mugs, but I don't really get why we're being shown the bathroom, if that's the case. What? The help wanted ads?
ねえ、高之くん。先週までの分は まとめようと思ったんだけど。
I see. Oh, right now I get it. Yeah. I don't know, when I thought help, I was kind of thinking more in the context of, I don't know, like for example, relief aid for bad earthquakes or natural disasters or just any crisis in general, war, shit like that goes on in the world. Yeah, because I'm usually used to seeing vacancies mentioned rather than help. If I'm going to be honest, I mean, I get that Haruka's a lover of Takayuki, and it would make sense if he came clean, but yeah, he just doesn't want to. But he is going to make his promise come true very soon, so at least that's the case.
そんなの全然いいよ。でもこんなに本が出てるんだね。ぎっしり書かれてるんでしょ。そうなんだ。
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so there are jobs available, but if you want a specific location, fuck you.
頑張ってね。
He will, I'm sure. I think he should get an apprenticeship, to be honest. That would be the best thing for him. That is if they exist in Japan. I don't know if they do, but I feel like something where you can work your way up the ranks. That would probably, I don't know, I feel like that might be really suitable for him.
私も毎日ここに来ようかな。
Even though she's got studying to do? Can I just mention that her sprite here looks so cute? I really like it.
そしたらお掃除とか食事の用意とかできるもんね。
Yeah, that's fair. You can do stuff that, oh, I don't know, his parents should be doing for him. Well, to be fair, beforehand, I think his parents should have been doing it for him. And if I'm going to be honest, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they didn't take Takayuki with him for the father's for the new place that they were staying in for the father's job. But yeah, I think it's so funny that in this story we know Haruka's father more than Takayuki's father, even though Takayuki is the main character.
やっぱりそうだよね。
They do have plenty of time, to be fair. I mean, it's not like it's not like the world's going to end in one day. It's not like this is the last week of the world and then a mysterious prophet like Jesus Christ is going to come, obviously a delusional prophet, and then There's going to be a lot of illegal activity going on underground. And then people are going to suicide. I wonder which visual novel I'm talking about. That's reasonable. Haruka might be jumping the gun a little bit. They need to sort their lives out before they can... Well, before they can really fully spend time with each other. I see that.
ごめんね。なんか美月の話を聞いてたら、私何もできてないってそう思えて。
It's kind of the same reason why Mitsuki fell for Takayuki so much. Mitsuki's doing all the work, and yet at the same time, just because of the fact that Takayuki is who he is, that's all that matters. It's kind of like this. Haruka is the person she is, so she doesn't need to do anything in theory. I mean, obviously she wants to because she's kind, but I don't think she fully needs to. But obviously it's good that she is wanting to change that. Iced tea, oh god. You know, I have yet to try iced tea with actual ice in. I don't know. The iced teas, like for example Lipton tea, fucking awful. If you ask me. But maybe they're nice if you have them with ice, I have no clue. Yeah, that's fair. True. Gotta love the ASMR. Yeah, fair enough. No, she did, and that's what somebody who's properly close to you will do. Yeah. Yeah, and she feels inspired by Mitsuki's story, if anything. Yeah, but I'm sorry, Takayuki. You left a bit out. You didn't talk about the breakup. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that wasn't happening while Haruka was asleep, but still, I feel like that's something that's really important that hasn't been mentioned. I don't know, it's not really relevant here, to be honest. Don't know why I brought it up. I like what he's doing now. He's not having the relationship with him and Mitsuki haunt him. He's looking at it in retrospective. Sorry, in retrospect. I always say retrospective. It's so annoying. Hmm.
売ってたもんね、 見せたかったものってこれ？美月らしいね。
Totally. Huh? Oh, yeah. I remember this. Such an awkward moment. Awkward. Yep.
高之くんにとってあの場所が大きな意味があるっていうのは、すごくよくわかったよ。
It does, totally.
美月、嬉しかっただろうね。いろんな思いがそこにあったんだもんね。
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, look at the fact that they were going to they were going to, if you like, dispose of the evidence that proved that they were together. But obviously they couldn't do that in the end, and as a result of that, what happened was Takayuki kept the marks. They were so important to him that even though they agreed that they were going to do that in the promise, they broke it. And so did Mitsuki with the ring. Oh, it's a change of character.
この部屋に残していく私のものは、高之があなたの手で一つ残らず捨ててほしいの。絶対に残さずに。
Yeah. I just think it's so funny that her eyes, they blink.
そうだよね。無理もないと思う。これは高之くんにとっても大切なものだもんね。
I totally agree. It doesn't even matter about the associations, just the fact that it is something that ultimately is important to him.
それが何なのか、高之くんは知ってるの？
Interesting.
ねえ、高之くん。美月のこと好き？うん、私も好き。
I don't think this translation does it justice. I would have more said, do you like Mitsuki? I don't know. To be honest, I really wish, like, I don't know, koi suru or ai suru. I wish they were, like, the only ways of saying to love somebody in Japanese, rather than, like, ski, daisuki, stuff like that. I don't know, it's just because ski is kind of hard to get confused. It's kind of easy to get confused with.
大丈夫だよ。今ので分かったから。ありがとう、高之くん。私のわがままで言いづらいこと言わせちゃってごめんなさい。
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and I just like this constant theme that is going on within the visual novel, really, just the tendency to not run away, really. That's kind of what Takayuki is getting as much as possible of, really. He's getting so much better at it.
Ne. 私思うんだけど、いっそのこと新しいカップを買い足したらどうかな。
Oh god, it's just, I mean, obviously you would want to do that to commemorate your love, but at the same time it just totally feels as if it's like a replacement for Mitsuki. It's just as if she's being replaced. I just feel like that's really cruel and unfair on her.
それを処分することができないのは無理もないことだと思うの。
Okay.
だから私はそんなことをする必要はないと思う。だけど美月との約束は大切だよね。だったら意味を少し変えたらどうかなって。あと2つ逆に買い足しちゃえばいいんじゃないかな。
I like that.
あのね、その約束にはお互いに過去を乗り越えていこうっていう意味があると思うんだ。
True, and if anything, if love was the way that they believed in themselves, and that was the thing that was tying them together in order to move together from the past, then it's a really quite good thing to keep them motivated in a way.
ったら買い足すことでそのカップがみんなの高之くんと美月と平くんと私の親友の証だってことにならないかな。
Oh, totally see that.
そうすればそれを処分しなくてもちゃんと過去を乗り越えたことになるんじゃないかな。だって高之くんはもうそういう気持ちに慣れてるってさっきそう思ったから。高之くんが美月を好きだって言ったのはそういう意味かなって。
Yeah, I see what she's saying actually. If I'm going to be honest, maybe it could have been something that he was thinking, but he's only been able to realise it now, I suppose.
え？うん。
No, it would. I mean, it's interesting that she's kind of suggesting that the love between Mitsuki and him is kind of a means of admitting the fact that you've moved on from the past. And, yeah, and I kind of like the indication that if he was forced to throw away these mugs, it would be cruel. It would be cruel because this past is what has made this relationship possible. So kind of denying it, even though they've promised that they would do it, it just feels so unfair. Yeah, dirt. By the way, holy shit, I feel like a fucking genius right now. Look at the ultimate noise cancellation setup. Oh, you can't see it, but I've got earplugs in my ears. And now I've got headphones on. Ha! Oh my god, this is great. Oh my god, I found a solution. Now I can only hear my game audio. Let's fucking go. Right.
じゃあそうしようよ。私たちは美月を忘れない。ずっと大切な人だよね。
I like that. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, and I like that. I think it's too unfair on her. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, let's be real. Even if Takayuki throws away this mug, there will be no effect on Mitsuki that will actually happen. But at the same time, obviously, it feels too unfair to be able to do just from a self-conscious point of view. This And to be fair, if Mitsuki ever does come back, for the thought of maybe wanting to, I don't know, talk to Takayuki again, then I suppose it could be unfair on her if she doesn't see her favourite mug there.
でも高之くん、
She's
そう
always
考
wanted
えて
them
いた
to
な
be
ら
together.
さっき2つ買ってくればよかったのに。
He couldn't do that because he wouldn't be able to guarantee Haruka. I feel like that would just be another thing to add on to the pain of, especially if she hadn't recovered. Because her recovery was not guaranteed whatsoever.
どうして？
That too, I suppose, of course.
「そんな順番なんか
Be honest.
気にしなくてもいいのに。今のお話だってあの場で全部言ってくれれば私はそれで十分だったよ。
That's fair, but I suppose it's nicer to have a visual representation of just what is going on. And if I'm going to be honest, I don't blame Takayuki for not being ready to say something like that. Yeah, in a way that would make her understand the impact and the weight of everything that Takayuki is trying to say. I totally see that.
違うよ高之くん。そんなつもりで言ったんじゃないよ。高之くんはいろいろ背負いすぎてると思う。もっと楽になってほしいの。
God, I wish somebody I wish somebody would tell me this.
気持ちはすごく嬉しいよ。でもそれで高之くんの気持ちが楽になるのかどうかちょっと心配。
That is actually a really interesting point. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I never really thought about it that way because I was always convinced that once Takayuki had got his part-time job, he was going to be able to have relaxation. Sorry, I meant full-time job. He was going to be able to have relaxation and peace of mind that things are going forward. But at the same time, I mean, the job will throw challenges on him, his social life will. But if I'm going to be honest, I feel like the more Haruka gets involved, the more Takayuki is going to be able to relax. Dude, he's had fucking 3 years where he hasn't been able to. Well, let's say 1.5 years because of the fact that Mitsuki had really made Well, I mean, let's say 2 years actually. Let's say 1.5 to 2 years. Mitsuki had improved. He would not be alive at the moment if it wasn't for Mitsuki, if you ask me.
Takayuki 君、何にでも真剣で一生懸命だから、私のために筋道を立てようとしてくれて。
He is, and he always
でも
has
ね
been.
ここに4つのカップがあったら、そっか、そういうことだよね。って笑えたかもしれないよね。
That's fair.
それは順番としては違うのかもしれないけど、私はその方がTakayuki君の気持ちが楽なんじゃないかなってそう思うの。今日のことは私のわがままだから、その私がこんなこと言うのは申し訳ないんだけど、ありがとうTakayuki君。今日は私のわがままに真剣に答えてくれて本当に嬉しかった。Takayuki君はこれからそういうことを一番に考えてくれていいよ。それで私が傷つくことになっても大丈夫だから。Takayuki君が楽になれるんだって信じられれば私は平気。
That's interesting.
Takayuki君が楽になって自分の将来のために私の事故のせいでなくしてしまった夢をもう一度追いかけられるようになるなら
Oh, I can
全然
totally
平
see
気だ
how
よ。
much guilt she must feel as a result of that.
失った夢を取り戻せることの嬉しさは私が今実感していることだから、Takayuki君もそれを感じられるようになるのなら私は幸せだな。あ、もちろんね、話を聞かされる前にカップが2つ増えるぐらいで傷ついたりはしないからね。一緒に夢を叶えたいよね。そしてそれを叶えて笑いたいよね。Takayuki君が辛い思いを抱えて今があることをよかったっていつか2人で感謝できるように頑張りたいよね。
God, this is so uncomfortable. Don't even fucking care anymore. Right.
私はそう
but she has, and if anything, she's really been able to see an alternate perspective on the love between Haruka and Takayuki and Hayase that I've never been able to see before myself, and I find it really interesting that.
そうやって楽になって。
If I'm going to be honest, I think that's painfully true, because everything that Takayuki was wanting to achieve was kind of because of Haruka anyway. He didn't really have any dreams of himself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I agree.
Takayuki くん。私のTakayuki くん。
Oh yeah, he's finally doing it.
Takayuki くん。Takayuki くん。携帯鳴ってるよ。
Oh my god. What awful timing, holy shit. Imagine if it's Mitsuki. Oh my god, what's this?
私、スカイテンプルの崎山と申しますが。どうもこんにちは、成美くん。実はですね、誠に申し上げにくいのですが、いえ、今からといっても時間がかかるのは分かっていますので、できれば最速でということなんですが。
Oh my god. Flexible schedule, my ass. That's so unfair.
実は急な欠勤で穴ができてしまいまして、この時間帯普段はノーゲストなんですが、今日はどうも混んでまして。やはり難しいですか。
Takayuki くん、私なら。
Oh my god, I love it. I've had situations like these where I've just not really wanted to go into work whatsoever. People have texted me that they could do with a hand, but I'm just like, fuck off, I'm already working myself too hard anyway. I don't need that. Even if it's unplanned. Especially if it's unplanned, sorry.
はい、それなら申し分ありません。
高之くん、私のことなら気にしなくていいのに。
She must feel really bad because of the fact that Takayuki has just been assigned a responsibility, but at the same time, he's completely declined the responsibility. He's moved what he's going to get paid for ultimately, just because of the fact that he cares so much about Haruka. I don't blame him, I would have done the same, but still. It's not his fault whatsoever. Nobody should be apologising. If anything, whoever did that unexpected absence should be apologising. What if they're sick? Never mind what I said then. I don't know. Yeah, I don't blame him. If I'm going to be honest, I would regret throwing away the mugs now, fully. But I like that. Rather than commemorating the relationship Takayuki and Mitsuki had, it's kind of a means of commemorating the fact that the past did happen. And something that should be looked back with respect. Especially considering what Mitsuki did for Takayuki and how Mitsuki really was there for Takayuki in his most difficult times. Yeah, and I like that she really appreciates everything that Mitsuki does. The proper opposite of Akane. And if I'm going to be honest, I mean, I think it's really interesting that Haruka, she's a very, very mature person because she accepts the fact that in these 3 years life's changed. Let's be honest here, life really has. It's ridiculous to hope for life to be the same 3 years before and 3 years after. And I like how easily she's accepting Mitsuki and understanding Takayuki's circumstances too, unlike Akane. Yeah, no, I see that. It's just reminiscing about the past, I suppose, and something like this. But you will be able to soon. Give a year, and then I'm sure you will. It's interesting that Haruka feels it's selfish, but if I'm going to be honest, I mean, Takayuki felt as if he was going to deal with his problems by himself, and Haruka did kind of intrude, but let's be honest, that's something that every person in a good relationship should do, and when I say a good relationship, I also mean a very healthy relationship too. Yeah. Share these problems. Make everything advance in the right direction. Yeah, totally. She really is sweet for saying that. I just find it interesting that even though, well, she wants to make up for all of the dreams that they've lost and all of the potential that they've lost. Yeah, but she did. Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, that's really good. Fair.
高之くんのお仕事だもん。気にすることないよ。
She's so
じゃあ
understanding.
私。ねえ、高之くん。さっきの話なんだけど、高之くんは私のために頑張ってくれてるの？
He's doing anything he can. Totally. Yeah, totally.
そう。ありがとう。
He loves you, he properly does. Here we go, Sky Temple scene. I'll read this and then I'll go to bed. Actually, I'll tell you what, I think I'll pass actually. I could probably do with getting a bit more sleep than usual today. Fucking sucks, but yep. Oh well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was really quite fun today to see everything that was going on with Haruka and Takayuki, and just to see Takayuki properly connect with her. Takayuki at the beginning of the dinner time had really announced everything, and then Haruka, like the good person she is, just wanted to go further, take everything further, and for a good cause as well, and I really admire her for doing that. It was really quite sweet to see everything that had gone on, and if I'm going to be honest, I'm quite gutted that I can't read more today. I'm not literally gutted, but you get what I mean. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Actually, the video might be out on Saturday because, yeah, I have work. Oh god, I fucking hate it when I have my part-time job and then I have to read about Takayuki's part-time job. I mean, I'm gonna have finished work. I don't want to fucking read about somebody in their part-time job. I mean, it's different and it's fun, but like, still, just why? Okay, to be fair, if it was really boring, and I think if it was serious rather than something that had lots of slice of life in, then yeah, sure. But this is fun, so yeah, it's fine. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.